Okay, welcome back to my hideout. So I'm gonna discuss my build a little bit. This is a Inquisitor with a focus on the Purifying Flame, the Wave of Conviction, and the Holy Flame Totem. So you'll probably notice that I've changed a couple of things since the last time. Got a little bit more currency so I could improve on my build. So my main moves are this Purifying Flame, this Wave of Conviction. The Wave of Conviction I tend to use first because you'll notice that the exposure applies negative 25% to elemental resistances. And I only cast fire, so that works. And then I'll do my Purifying Flame and my Holy Flame Totem. I changed my Stone Golem to this Flame Golem because it does more damage. And my life regen's pretty on point, so I haven't really had to worry about it. My aura, I've been using Anger because it increases fire damage, which obviously helps the build. And I have a Herald of Ash. I've abandoned my Herald of Purity. The flask that I use are the Cinder Swallow Earn Silver Flask, because this one works well when you set things on fire, and I'll show you my build that I have some combustion support, so that works pretty well together. Then I have some, increased damage here, which, I added some bleeding. And then this diamond flask for crit, and 2 life flasks. My setup, I have 2 weapons that are the same. It's this Duryani's Catalyst Val Scepter, because it will increase, elemental damage, and then that's just nice for this build because we're all elemental here. And then my suit, I have this because all of my main moves are area of effect moves, Purifying Flame and the Wave of Conviction, so that helps. And then this helmet, increased fire damage, and it has very high armor, which is nice. And you'll notice I was lucky enough to get the enchantment for Purifying Flame when I did the Ascendancy, so that was nice. And my gloves and my shoes aren't especially good, but they work because they increase my resistances, which is really important towards the end of the game. As far as linking the things together, I have a cast when damage taken with flammability to make things easier to kill when I'm in danger, I guess. And then Immortal Call and increased duration support. On this weapon, I have my Wave of Conviction, and it's linked with added fire damage and efficacy support to make it stronger. And then here I have my Holy Flame Totem with elemental proliferation support, combustion support, which, my flask works well with, and then this efficacy support. And then here I have, this is my golem. So my golem has a culling strike support, increased critical damage support, and increased critical strike support. So my golem crits, I guess. My rings, I have this Gifts from Above because this one helps with crits, but what I really like is that you have 50% increased damage while you're on consecrated ground. Then you'll see later in my build that we're almost always on consecrated ground. And then my other ring is this Circle of Anguish synthesized ruby ring. Increased fire damage, but then it also helps you a lot when you have Herald of Ash, because you get more fire damage and fire resistance, which is nice. My necklace just helps with my resistances, so nothing special. And then I have this belt, helps resistances, and you get to put a jewel in, so that's nice. So we'll look at my tree. We started off along here, and then we went along the way for mana and all those things. The major points I would say to hit on the tree are, you want to go along here because it's close, but it'll increase your fire damage. Because at the beginning of the game, you don't really have to worry about dying as much because it's pretty smooth sailing, so you just want to be strong. So I went and I did a lot of that, and then I went up this way. And this avatar fire is important if you're pretty, set on doing your fire build, which I am, because you'll notice you can't deal any non-fire damage, so And then, more fire, and then what is that? This circles fire, and this helps fire. So as you can tell, I focused really heavily on that. Later, you know, you can do some of this crit stuff here, which I honestly haven't figured out the importance of. You'll notice on your build though, it's very lacking in dexterity, so you might want to hit those 2 points in order to level up your gems. I went along here too, which I've noticed a lot of builds don't really do, because I guess we're not really melee, but I really value life, so I've been going along here. And now I'm going to try to finish this circle as we continue along the game. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. So this is your ascendancy skill tree. I went along these paths. So the first ascendancy went this way. So you notice here you have consecrated ground around while you're stationary, and that's really helpful because it, you know, helps with your life regen. Granted, you could always cast a holy flame totem around yourself for consecrated ground, but I like to set it away from me when I'm being mobbed, so then, you know, you're attacking on all ends. And then I went along this way, which is nice. And then next I went here because it's nice to, you know, increase your elemental damage and then to have people deal less towards you, even though you're going to try to make your resistances on point. And then my last one I went this way. But so far I think the build is pretty strong. So we'll do a map now to kind of see some live action fighting. I won't really try to pick up anything, just so, you know. Ooh, I don't know what's on the ground here. I guess there's something special about my map. Oh, you'll notice that meteor falling. It's because one of my enchantments triggered Decree of Inferno on kill. So what happens apparently is if I kill things, then a meteor falls from the sky, which is really nice. But you'll see, you know, doing a map by myself, and it's not too hard. So I just kind of go around, and then, like I said, I'll do my Wave of Conviction, and then I'll start spamming my Purifying Flame. Oh, one thing I failed to mention. I guess, oops, I should probably kill these guys before I start talking to you. Sometimes I forget to do my flash too. But anyway, so my main move, the Purifying Flame, I linked it to added fire damage support, spell echo support, which I think is very important because honestly Purifying Flame doesn't cast the quickest, so this makes it faster, and then you hit twice, which is nice because this enchantment has increased area effect if targeting consecrated ground, and this guarantees, you know, the second hit is always going to be on consecrated ground because Purifying Flame itself creates consecrated ground, which is a pretty heavy part of the build. And then I have efficacy support and combustion support on this, my main move. Well, we can't not open a strong box when it's here. But you can see, ooh. Well, now we have to pick that up. Okay. Sorry, couldn't not pick that up. Probably looking for some fast action support here. Those are not my meteors. Okay, so as you can see, you know, you can solo map by yourself. This was, you know, okay high tier. Tier 9. Right now I'm level 88, and then you can pretty much see, you know, you have very high damage per second and fire damage here, and then my defense, my resistances are all, you know, okay. Chaos could use some help, but it is what it is. So that's the end of my tutorial here. You know, just showing my current build with these moves. Oh, I guess you can see the damage per second and then the fire damage and everything there. Well, I guess I don't have to hold the cursor there because you can hit pause. But that's it. Now I'm gonna go back and do Xena, because you can pick up memory fragments and things, which is a different story altogether, which we won't go into today. But that's it. Thanks for watching.